Hi, good afternoon. So I'm going to record this lesson para hindi tayo mahuli sa mga lesson natin kasi last time, 'di ba, wala tayong klase sa RPD kasi may mga visitor, and then ngayon naman is hindi nga ako nakapasok kasi nagpa-check up yun sa ko. So para next week ay activities na lang. Okay. Alright, so the first topic would be the meaning and importance of tourism and hospitality. At the end of this chapter, you should be able to explain the relationship of tourism and hospitality. You're going to discuss the components of the tourism and hospitality industry, define tourism and hospitality, differentiate tourist from excursionist, understand the various elements of travel used as criteria for defining travelers and/or tourists, explain the nature of a tour, describe the characteristics of a tourist product and a tourist destination. You're going to compare tourism and hospitality with other industries, appreciate the importance of tourism and hospitality. Okay, so tourism and hospitality, it has four components. Okay, so we have the food and beverage services, lodging services, creation services, travel-related tourism services. So ito yung relationship ng tourism and hospitality. So malaki yung industry ng tourism and hospitality. So itong four components na ito ang bumubuo ng tourism and hospitality. Okay, so first is the food and beverage services. So, ito, by looking at the picture, so there are 5 pictures here. Dito pa lang, malalaman na natin what does food and beverage services means. Okay, so as you can see, there is restaurant, tapos there is a transport van here, and then there are people who are the employees of food and beverages. So, merong mga pagkain, may drinks, may wine, and then there are also some people who are making foods. Okay? So, i-define natin siya later. Ito kasi, video siya. So, I'm going to send you the link para mapanood nyo yung video. Pag kasi in-upload ko pa siya dito, masyadong lalaki yung file. So, medyo mabigat na siya. Okay, so the food and beverage services. So the food and beverage industry includes restaurants, cafeterias, cafes, fast food joints, pubs, delis, food manufacturing operations, catering businesses, food transportation services, and more. So I know you know already what restaurants are, cafeterias, cafes, fast food joints. Itong pubs are also called as bar. Ito yung mga bars na tinatawag natin. So, ano ba yung binibenta sa mga pubs? Okay, so in pubs or bars, they sell both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages as well as foods. So, when it comes to alcoholic beverages, so they sell, for example, beer, wine, tequila, rum, whiskey, mojito, cocktails, so yon. Some non-alcoholic naman, of course, water, juices, smoothies, mga shakes, sodas, yan. So yun yung binibenta sa pubs or bars. Delis naman, delis, they sell cooked luto, C-O-O-K-E-D, cooked meat, and prepared salads. So, yun, tandaan nyo yan ha, kasi baka ilagay ko yan sa quiz. So, delis, they sell cooked meats and prepared salads. Pero ito yung delis na to, they are not the traditional na nagbebenta ng menudo, nilaga, sinigang, mga ganon. Hindi. So, when we say cooked meats sa deli, so for example, yung mga meats which are processed meat or underwent the process of curing, C-U-R-I-N-G. For example, yung mga bacon, ham, sausages. So, yun yung binibenta sa delis. So, food manufacturing operations. Di ba kanina may nakita kayo na people who are making foods sa picture. So, yun yung tinatawag natin food manufacturing operation. So, or food manufacturing companies. So, what they do is, these food manufacturing companies, they transform raw ingredients to edible food. Raw, ibig sabihin hilaw. So, gumagawa sila ng pagkain. They make foods. So, yun ang ginagawa ng food manufacturing operations, and they are included in the food and beverage industry. Catering services, I know you're familiar with them. So, they cater. They provide foods to some events. Food transportation services, kaya may van kanina. So, what do? Is they deliver or transport food from the producer to the consumer. Okay, so sila yung nag-deliver ng pagkain. Doon pala sa food manufacturing operation, so example niya sa Pilipinas, meron tayong San Miguel, meron tayong Magnolia, Nestle, Universal Robina Corporation. I'm sure narinig nyo na yan, mga Liwayway Marketing, yung gumagawa ng Oishi, paano babasahin yun? Oishi. Okay, ano pa ba? So yun, Pure Foods, yan. Food transportation services naman ay example yung mga Uber Eats, Grab, Food Panda. Okay, so ito, mag-games dapat tayo dyan. Kaya lang wala naman nga tayong klase. So letter A is, ito yung delis. And letter B is yung pub. So it's how they look like. Okay, and then, ito na. Games to dapat eh. Okay, so again, A is pub, B is delis. Okay, so ito, game din dapat siya. So, yan ay food transportation services. Okay, so next relationship or sector under tourism and hospitality is the lodging services. So, as you can see, it has pictures there. Merong beds. So, at first kasi, ang purpose ng lodging services was to provide place for sleep. Okay? So, kumbaga, for those people who need a place to sleep, so, ito na, sa lodging services, yung mga hotel, hostel, inns. But later on, at present, the hotels or lodging services are now offering recreation amenities or facilities. Recreation. Okay, so for the people or the guests to enjoy. So, for example, restaurants, spa, like in the picture, swimming pool, gym, mga ganyan. So, they are now offered in lodging services. So, this is a video. So, I will be sending you a link of this one. Alright, so the lodging services, lodging involves providing overnight or even long-term services to guests for many people. For many people, lodging is a place to sleep. For others, lodging facilities provide beds, entertainment, and recreational facilities. So, kumbaga, it's not only now a place for sleeping, but it offers a lot of things. Kagaya niyan, entertainment, recreational facilities. So, nowadays, may mga bars na rin inside the hotel. Alright, so there are some example of lodging facilities. So, number 1, inn, motor hotels, lodges, and motor inns. So, itong apat na to, they're just the same. So, these names can be used interchangeably. So, pwedeng sabihin hotels, pwedeng sabihin motor hotels, and so on. So, from the word motor, itong number 1 na ito ay they provide sleeping area for people na usually for the motorist, sa mga motorista. For example, they are along the road and they felt tired, they needed a place to rest and sleep even for some few hours, so they can stay in this motor hotels, in these lodges. Okay, O kaya naman, inabot sila ng gabi sa daan, so they can stay here. Number 2, bed and breakfast, resort hotel, resort condominium, conference center. So they're just the same. So in Tagay, there are a lot of facilities like this. So ito, bed and breakfast. So usually the guest would pay for sleep at night and then would pay also for breakfast. So let's say for example, kasama niyo yung breakfast sa package na babayaran ni guest. Included na. Okay, number 3, special facilities, ski lodges, and casino hotels. Ski lodges, I will explain later. Casino hotels, in the Philippines, we have casino hotels now. Hotels with casino. Example is Okada in Manila. In Soler, yan, meron sila mga casino hotels. Sa Macau, there's a famous casino hotel. It's called Vientiane. It's a sister company ng The Palacio Casino Hotel in Las Vegas. Sa Las Vegas talaga, yeah, it's very famous for casino hotels. And then Macau, yung tinatawag natin mini Las Vegas kasi para siyang Las Vegas. I have been to the casino hotel in Macau already, yung Vientiane. Ang ganda siya. Ano siya, parang siyang mga gold kasi marami siyang ilaw sa labas. So, luxury hotel siya. And then inside, meron siyang mga boutique. You can do shopping also, restaurant. Parang yung sa Okada, ganun din. Kung nakapasok na kayo sa Okada, may casino, may restaurant, may mga boutique, may shop. May shop, so people can do shopping. Campgrounds, transient trailer parks, school and college dormitories, summer camps, health spas. So they are all example of the lodging services. Okay, so ito yung transient trailer parks. A trailer park, caravan park, mobile home park, or mobile home community is a temporary or permanent area for mobile home or travel trailers. So, itong trailer park is actually housing community. It's like a traditional housing community na may mga bahay. Pero ito kasi, housing community siya for mobile homes. So, like you can see in the picture, there are mobile homes. Siguro nakakita na kayo ng ganyan, yung mga parang container van na ginawang bahay. Itong trailer park na ito, we don't have this one, I believe, in the Philippines. However, there's a company na making this kind of mobile homes. And this housing community, yung trailer park na yan, it's cheaper, they said, it's cheaper than the traditional housing community kasi sa mga subdivision. And the advantage of this is, for example, if you're working in a faraway place and malayo sa bahay mo, and then yung work area mo has a trailer park or may malapit na trailer park, so very easy, you can just bring your mobile home there and you can stay there. So you can stay in your own home, you don't need to rent. Okay, next is ski lodge or ski lodges or day lodge is a building located in a ski area that provides amenities such as food, beverages, a sitting area, restrooms, and locker rooms for skiers and snowboarders. So itong ski lodges, they're actually located in a ski area called ski resort. O, tandaan po yan, ski resort. Ski resort is a place developed for skiing and for snowboarding and other winter activities. So, syempre, sa ski resort, snow yan. It's a snowy area. And, dyan natin matatagpuan yung mga ski lodges. Ski lodges or ski lodge is a place where the visitor or the guest who are doing the sports usually stay. So it's like a small hotel or a big house na there are rooms inside, there are kitchens, common area like this living room. So, dyan sila nag-i-stay. Skiing is a winter sport activity. It's actually a recreational activity. When you say skiing, it is an activity wherein you slide down on the snow using a pair of ski. Yung snowboarding is also like skiing wherein you slide down into the snow but using a snowboard. Okay, so yun yun. So yun yung mga example ng mga recreational activities sa ski resort. Okay. Another example of lodging facilities, so we have the Parador. It's an old Spanish monastery or castle that was converted into a hotel. The root word parar or para means to stop and play. So Parador is just like an old Spanish house converted into a hotel. So ginawa siyang hotel. In the Philippines, we have this one. Let's look at the picture. So this is Paradores del Castillo. It is located in Taal, Batangas. Okay? Basahin ko muna to. So this hotel is located a few meters from the historic Villavicencio Ancestral House, Casa V, the home of the Villavicencio and revolutionary couple Eulalio Villavicencio and Glyceria Marelia. Originally built in the early 1900s, this home was restored in late 2014, still adhering to the footprint and Spanish-American colonial style of the Filipino bahay na bato. It was completed on March 9, 2015 and called Paradores del Castillo, following the Spanish practice of transforming old castle, monasteries, and historic buildings into government-run bed and breakfast facilities. So in the Philippines, there are a lot of old houses, yung mga heritage houses which have been built long time ago, nung panahon pa ng mga national heroes natin. So what does the government do, specifically the Department of Tourism, the local government unit, the United Architect of the Philippines, and the community? They usually develop, preserve, conserve, and restore yung mga old houses into, for example, museum. Ang iba naman yan, kagaya niyan, hotel. Okay? But always remember, we preserve and conserve any heritage site, any heritage place, even houses or even churches. Okay? But when we do changes or restore it as much as possible, hindi siya masyadong ginagalaw. So the Department of Tourism and the Heritage Society and the United Architect of the Philippines, they don't touch it as much as possible so as not to lose its authenticity. So, kailangan ma-maintain yung authenticity. So, kung hindi kailangang i-restore, hindi pa siya i-restore. So, for example, yung mga old churches, i-restore lang natin yan if it will impose risk or threaten the safety of the people. Okay? Yung church natin dito sa Gentry, it's a heritage, it's a heritage site also. Okay. So, it's a video ng Paradores for you to see kung anong mga rooms inside. So, I will be sending you the link for this. Okay, another example pa ng mga lodging facilities. So, this is in other countries. Pension or pensionnat, a French or Italian home in which guests are provided with room and board. We have the chateau, a French castle or elegant country home used as a hotel. So, they look like this. Pension or pensionnat. Yeah, so French or Italian home siya na ginawa siyang mini hotel. Hindi naman siya ganun kalaki kasi home naman siya. Provided with room and board. This one naman is chateau, so it's a castle being converted as a hotel. Okay, so there's more. Example of lodging facilities, ryokan, a Japanese inn in which traditional customs are observed. Hostel naman, inexpensive accommodations are provided to students and guests on a non-profit basis. So, they look like this. So, this is ryokan. So, nakalagay dyan, traditional customs are observed. So, when you check in ryokan, so dapat, you should know the Japanese culture. You have to practice Japanese culture. For example, when you eat, nakita nyo naman, so sa lapag kayo kakain, and then when you go inside, you have to remove your shoes and your slippers. So, ganun sa Japanese. And then, of course, if there are some staff there, mga employees, so you have to, do the traditional bow. Magbabow kayo. Okay? So, kasi nakalagay dyan, traditional customs are observed. Okay, hostel. Inexpensive accommodations are provided to students and guests on a non-profit. So ito, sa hostel, it's cheaper as compared to other hotels. As you can see, there are a lot of beds or bunk beds. Okay, so some of the students or some of the guests who are budget conscious, so they usually stay here. In Hong Kong, there are a lot of hostels like this kasi yung mga kabataan would like to travel. And on budget, they usually stay in hostel. Like in Hong Kong, maybe it will cost only like 500 pesos per day. And then imagine if they will stay there for 10 days. Parang 5,000 lang yung babayaran nila, di ba? Ang problem lang here is yung privacy. There's no privacy. There's a little space and also the safety of the guest. Alright, so number 3 na relationship is the recreation services. So when you say recreation services, ang purpose natin dito is to provide relaxation and entertainment to our guests. Sa hotel, meron na tayong mga recreation facilities, kagaya na sabi ko kanina, for example, swimming pool, gym, spa, arcade, sauna. Okay, mga bar. So, those are parts of recreation services. We actually have two types of recreation services. So, the indoor and outdoor services. So, recreation. So, outdoor recreation activities. For example, yan, hiking, mountain climbing, paragliding, gorilla trekking, river rafting, basta yung mga outside. And then, yung mga indoor recreation activities, for example, swimming, kung may indoor pool, indoor sports, like for example, mga badminton, table tennis, yoga, meditation, okay? So, mga board games pa. So, those are example of indoor recreation activities. Okay, so again, this is a video. I will be sending you a link. And then, okay, entertainment originated from the traditional duties of a host to entertain his or her guests, whether they are neighbors or travelers from other places. Recreation can be defined as the pursuit of leisure activities during one's spare time. So, recreations are being done during one's spare time. Spare time is your free time. So, it means to say that you don't do recreation during school and during work or at work. Okay? So, ginagawa lang natin yan pag meron tayong mga spare time. Okay, the fourth one is the travel-related tourism services. So here, under here, we have the transportation and the tour operator and travel agent or travel agency. Okay, this is again a video. Okay, so travel and tourism are used together as an umbrella term to refer to those businesses that provide primary services to travelers. Transportation The main purpose is to make it possible for people to go from one place to another. So transportation is under travel and tourism services. So when we say transportation, so it transports or bring people from their place of destination or to the tourism site, their actual tourism site. Okay? So, ito yung mga example, but let's move on to the next one. So, ito yan, types of transport. So, we have the road transport. So, road transport, so alam naman natin, mga bus, cars, motorcycles, sa Pilipinas, tricycle, jeepneys, bicycles, those are example of road transport. Water transport, we have the boat, cruise ship, yacht. Yan, so yung mga water transport. Rail transport, of course, the train. So sa Pilipinas, may MRT, may LRT. Air transport, we have the airplane, aircraft, mga jet. Okay. So nowadays, marami ng mga changes because of technology. For example, sa bus, there are some buses which are called bus hotels. Merong mga beds inside the bus. And then now, you can order foods inside the bus. Mga drinks like coffee, hot chocolate, sandwiches. So sa Dubai, meron na yan. And then sa Pilipinas, meron tayo mga modern jeepney na aircon na. And then, if nakapunta kayo dun sa Loton, meron daw mga, I think modern jeepney yung tawag dun gumagamit ng beep card. Okay, and then, what else? Oh, sa airplane now, you can do shopping sa airplane. Some airplanes also have bars. So, yun. Okay, so travel agencies and tour operators. So tour operator, it's itong dalawang to under din ng travel and tourism services. So tour operators plan, arrange, sell, advertise, and operate tours. They deal with finer details of the trip like lodgings, meals, and tickets. Their job ends when you return home from the vacation. Travel agents sell and administrate tour packages. They help you to choose a suitable package. Their job ends when you start your vacation. They have less responsibility than tour operators. So always remember, tour operators, so they are the one who creates tour packages. When you say tour packages, andun na yung itinerary, yung transportation, restaurant, for example, activities to do ng guest. Okay, so for example, yung tour package is Hong Kong, 20,000 pesos in pesos, 3 days and 2 nights. So you can visit the Disneyland and the Ocean Park. The hotel is there. Transportation Cebu Pacific. Okay. Trains are provided, for example. So, yun yung mga tour packages. So, they are being created by the tour operator. And then, it is the travel agent who sell. Sila ang nagbebenta. They sell the tour packages. The tour operator is the distributor. The travel agent is the reseller, independent reseller or supplier. Kumbaga, ang tour operator is a big company, travel agency is a small company. Tour operator, kumbaga, is a restaurant. The waiter is the travel agent. Okay, so yun lang for this part. I'm going to record also the other one. Thank you.